Her weakness is cheese. So we're doing the Vine TikTok thing where we just go around throwing pieces of cheese at people. Her weakness is projectile cheese. Is this supposed to be Greek humor? For a second, I was thinking the same thing. But it's true. According to legend, it was actually a hunk of cheese that killed Medb. What?! Oh, that's perfect. After Medb killed her sister, her nephew took it upon himself to avenge his mother. One day, while she bathed, he launched a hunk of cheese at her with a sling and it went right through her head. Some hard cheese can be tough as rocks, so I'm not sure even my shield will be able to deflect. Cheese, huh? Celtic cheese is hardcore. Let's ignore this one as she rolls around on the floor laughing and answer me this. Are you certain this will kill her? Well, I definitely think it's possible. If that kind of cause and effect fate is engraved upon her existence, it would result in a rule she cannot escape. It wouldn't even matter how strong the prison field is, because while it may be able to neutralize attacks, it can't do anything about that sort of thing. Still, cheese, huh? I almost feel sorry for her. If I had gone out like that, I'd have to wipe out humanity to get out from under the sheer humiliation. I understand how important the element of surprise is in Assassination, of course, but still, cheese? I knew it. People can die all kinds of ways, even from things that seem harmless. How dreadful. At any rate, let's say that we can kill Medb by bonking her on the head with some cheese. She obviously knows what her weakness is, so she almost certainly will be guarding against it. In all the time we've been here, Medb has rarely shown herself to prisoners like us. And when she does, she makes sure to surround herself by so many Celtic warriors who could block any airborne cheese projectiles or the like. Correct. She may be lax about the prison when it comes to anything that isn't a barrier, but she always makes sure that she herself is well protected at all times. So ideally, we want to take our shot when her guard is down. And how and where does Medb usually spend her time? In the shower. She seems to stick to the warden's office, and it's in the room on the top floor of the building that looks like a palace. You can see it from the courtyard. I don't know how she spends most of her time. All I know is that it says she takes a shower in her office at the same time every day. Even if she's in the middle of whipping or riding prisoners in the courtyard, she'll always drop whatever she's doing and return to her office at that time. I see. So that means that there's one time every day we can be certain of where she'll be. Of course, as prisoners, there's no way we could go to the warden's office by ourselves, but we do have a decent number of chances to go into the courtyard. In which case, would it be possible to snipe her from there? Her bathroom must have at least one window, right? It sounds interesting in theory, but I have my doubts about its practicality. In a situation like that, the single most important thing would be that we would need its measurements. The distance from the firing point and the target, the angle, the weight of the payload, and so on. Everything is ruled by numbers. Yes, we certainly have to run a lot of calculations, and while Medb's nephew may have gotten away with it with a sling, we probably need to build a small-scale catapult. My apologies for asking the obvious, but isn't that all something that we would be able to do anyway, one way or another? After all, there are a number of people here who excel at calculations and invention. Yeah, you got Edison and Tesla and Moriarty. And Babbage. Yeah, I forgot about Babbage. He's there too. Of course, I've already made all the necessary calculations. That's precisely why I have doubts, as there's still one thing we lack. As shitty as the general crime may be, I have a much easier time agreeing with him than I do with that half-witted alternating current eccentric. He is right. I believe there's still one person that we lack. Indeed, the direct current ogre here may be a fool, but numbers are numbers, no matter who comes up with them. At the very end, we will still need one more person. One who not only possesses the same calculative abilities as we do, but who also knows the precise dimensions and details of the prison's structure. We have not been imprisoned here for very long, and while it may be theoretically possible for us to acquire all the data we would need for such a shot on our own, we simply don't have enough time. So basically, we need to find someone as smart as you three, who knows prison inside and out. Oh, I know what that laugh means. You're pretending to be happy by seeing us go to desperate, doomed lengths to escape. All while secretly planning to give us 100% reliable information out of the kindness of your heart. I gotta say, you're really rocking some pretty high-level moe here. Sorry about how dense my partner is. As an ace saber with much higher social IQ, I'll keep her in check for you, so don't let her stop you. Man, now there's no time to race. There's no race to focus on. I don't really have much to do. Guess I'll just have to bide my time and wait for a chance to catch this new saber off guard. Hey, no. X, you stay away from Fran. She's off limits. She is precious. This is not a good sign. The self-proclaimed heroine is eyeing my dear daughter in the same way a snake would eye a frog, or a butcher a plump pig. If things take a turn for the worse, make sure you hide out inside my body. Okay. So, Gorgon, just pretend that all that never happened and answer me this. Do you have any idea where we could find someone like that? Very well. I've only heard rumors about them, but there are supposedly other prisoners here besides me that are kept in special solitary confinement cells. One of them is a cunningly dangerous criminal who is kept deep beneath the prison and monitored at all times. Yet even in confinement, they still know all there is to know about this prison, or so the rumors say. Is that so? I did not think such a prisoner existed. Can we reach them from here? Why, you? How dare you ask me for directions as though I have nothing better to do than provide them to you? Still, I suppose I can't have you thinking I don't know, so I'll at least tell you the general direction. Perhaps you'll find them if you keep digging that way. Perhaps you won't. I look forward to seeing you return here in failure again. Nicely done, nicely done. Heading should be enough for us to make this work. Now let's let's go ahead and set a new destination for our tunnel digging race. Me get assassinated by cheese. That's hilarious. She's probably not going to keep any cheese inside the castle, so Master and Mash are going to have to bring some from the outside. Your next checkpoint is the solitary confinement cell where this dangerous criminal is being kept. Remember, this is still a race, so I expect to see all you digging your fastest to try to beat all the other teams. Okay, just one more leg to go. It's time for some serious tunnel digging fun. Who is this criminal? I'm trying to think of who this criminal or prisoner could be. Part of me wants to say that it might be Edmund Dantes. Ah, Fran won. Okay. Not bad. Alright, so who's next? Okay, the Pharaohs. Yeah, X and Nobu, but how is it that when I only play as Maid Alter and Nero, that they don't always come in first place? Okay, they got fourth, but still don't get the bonus from them. Right. So what I was saying is, I think that the prisoner... The only one I can think of off the top of my head would be Dantes, simply because his legend is about him escaping from a nigh impenetrable fortress. So, aside from that, I can't really think of anybody, but I don't know if he was supposed to be, like, incredibly smart or good with mathematics, etc. So, to that end, I just like to try to shoehorn Dantes into everything, because he's one of my favorite characters. But aside from that, I can't really think of who else it would be. Alright, Assassination Preparation. Got a Lancer class on our hands, so it means we're probably going to end up fighting a bunch of prison guards. Fran, I'll take you with me, and we'll make short work of them. Looks like you're all here. Remember, everyone, the race is still on, so I'm keeping track of how long it took each of you to get here. Now, as for the prisoner in the checkpoint, this time I'm not going to say anything. I want all of you to talk this out among yourselves. Enkidu! Well, hello there. It's not often that I get visitors. Is this the one that the Scorpion Woman told us about? It seems so, yes. This is the dangerous criminal she mentioned. They certainly seem to be getting a different sort of treatment than the rest of the prisoners. Those are some awfully secure bonds. It's almost hard to believe that we're in the same prison. Now, it's not as if they've been completely denied any freedom. Look, they're using their chains to pick up and read clay tablets? It may look like a pretty analog setup, but the inner mechanisms are amazing. All I need to do is brush the fingertips across the surface and it changes to the next page. I wonder what time period it's from. Books are great. You should all read a book from the gods. It'll give you knowledge and help you grow as a person. As far as I'm concerned, there's no downside whatsoever to learning the teachings of the gods. It's like a book of instructions, or maybe commands or specifications. I can see that none of that interests you. Well then, let me introduce myself. I'm Enkidu, the thought criminal from the age of the gods. I've been a prisoner here for so long I've lost track of time. May I ask what you did to warrant such a lengthy incarceration and in such confining restraints? Well, the short version is probably that I refused to obey Medb and become one of her subjects. That can't possibly be the only reason you've been kept here like this. Are you sure there isn't anything else? Yeah, come on, be honest with us. Surely you have done something else to land you here. My impression of you is that you had done something like, say, force people to play a game where they have to look for a bomb you've hidden in a teapot. Or maybe trick some weak-willed people into starting a riot with words alone. You know, the sort of devilish criminal genius plot like that. Impressions, eh? Well, that was certainly part of it. As soon as Medb saw me, she said, "That face. That's the face of a dastardly mastermind. A psychopath who only thinks as little of plotting to overthrow nations as he does of making morning tea. That's the kind of criminal who would come up with the sort of calculated, cold-hearted plot that could throw the entire kingdom of Connacht into pandemonium and somehow leave their hands completely clean when it was all over. That's the kind of loathsome deviant we're dealing with here. Everyone, get him! Are you sure, Medb, are you sure you're not talking about Moriarty in this case? Because he was a criminal mastermind who was known for getting away clean." And just like that, they brought me here. No questions asked. It was, as they say, a trumped-up charge. Huh, poor thing. Well, there's no telling what the future holds. It's not entirely out of the realm of possibility that I might come up with such a plot someday, so Medb may not have been entirely off base. He certainly is reacting to circumstances remarkably well, or is he actually a she? Nonetheless, you did not actually commit any crimes, correct? And even if you had, there's no way that you could hope to reform while you're bound as you are. As a prefect, I cannot overlook this transgression. Stay right where you are. Do not move a muscle. My, it's been so long since I've had my restraints removed for anything other than meals. Thank you. Those restraints were made to be impossible for me to remove on my own, so there's no telling how long I might have had to stay here if you hadn't come along. As you can see, Queen Medb's weakness is the fact that she's focused solely on restraining criminals, and thus is helpless against other forms of power. Her authority must only extend to capture criminals, and she doesn't have any effect on external sources of power. Say, I know this is shameless of me since you've already been kind enough to help me, but since it's been so long since I've been free, I hope you don't mind if I ask you for another favor? What is it? Do you wish for me to clean this room for you? Right now, I am a summer maid devoted to serving master. However, I'd be willing to make a house call if you were to grant me permission. That would even give me an excuse to employ the maid rewards card I made, though I never truly believed I would have a chance to make use of them. Very well. Your police have convinced me. I shall clean up everything in this room as fast as it will make your head spin, and I shall not stop until, with tears in your eyes, you beg me to do so. No, it's not that. I mean, I would love for you to clean up the rust and mold that have built up here over the years, but I have something else in mind. I've been bound up here for so long that I'm a little worried I may not be fully functional. It's not exactly an urgent matter right now, but as a weapon, it would be very embarrassing to find out that I wasn't functioning properly in the middle of a battle. Could I ask you to assist me in a combat test to see how everything is working? If you and Gorgon are anything to go by, it would seem the prisoners here are severely bereft of playmates. Although I suppose I cannot say that I'm surprised, given how you have been forced to live in a moldy, rat-infested cell like this for so long. Fortunately for you, and as generous and kind as I am, children often ask me to play with them when I traveled around incognito, and I will gladly oblige them. Of course, I am also an exemplary emperor who takes every one of her pursuits seriously, so I always end up beating them so soundly they'll go home bawling. That's really not something to brag about, you know. Still, in this case, I guess it's okay, since there are so many of us here. This could even be more efficient in a way of introducing ourselves. Why is everyone here always so eager for a fight? And here I was hoping that being confined in death row prison might keep me safe from dangerous and potentially deadly situations. Alright, Enkidu, what you got? Ah. Yeah, I get a chance to test Amakusa's new buff ability. I did his rank up a little while ago. I haven't posted a video for it yet, but oh, that did a nice chunk of damage. So imagine that coupled with Twin Arm Big Crunch. Yeah. So, as I'm sure y'all picked up at this point, I haven't gotten Made Alter yet, so I've been playing the rank up quests separately. Been recording them. I'm going to upload them once I get them all done. Been doing that to grind Saints Quartz because the event's almost over, and I really want to get Made Alter. So I got Amakusa ranked up, and he got his skills buffed as well. But I'll post those a little bit later.